One thing I won't miss, I'll miss a lot when I do move. But one thing I won't really miss is this dresser. It was free, so the price is right, or the price was right. But the drawers never slid in smoothly. And I don't know, a few months ago, while I was trying to make them slide better, one fell apart. It's kind of heavy, built with like particle board. But it's been good for me. It's got me through the last year, and although there's still some clothes right on the floor right now, it has brought just a little bit of order to some of the madness in life. Good morning, Julie Flanagan. Good morning, Freddie. Good morning, Rebecca. Gotta put this back. Got to put this back. Hear my coffee just brewing up. I'm gonna do a quick back crack if I can on my bed. Oh. Oh. Don't know if it worked, but I mean, it worked a little. Gained a little bit of flexibility. What do I need in my other room? What do I need in the other room? Oh, I just shocked myself. We're gonna start right here. But first, let's grab a cup of coffee. Let's not put so much pressure on the sequence of events. I think I do that a lot. Like I'm going, oh, there's an 8:30 church service. Can I make it to that? Will I be able to go to the gym before it? Will I be able to do a Coffee with Ken show before it? Will I bring my computer to church with me? Will I remember to recycle this envelope? Yes, I will remember to recycle the envelope. Good morning, Lori. Is Scott Perron on? We even have Opal. Opal, your cup's in the dishwasher. Well, since we got Flanagan, maybe we'll rock a Go Pack Go cup today. Yeah, maybe we'll rock a Go Pack Go cup today. A, because it's clean. And B, because we got Flanagan here. I poured an insane amount of coffee grounds into my coffee maker this morning. I mean, insane might be overstating it, but certainly more coffee grounds than I would usually use. Oh shoot, unplugged. Sometimes I'll come home and I'll unplug that lamp because I want to do some work on my computer, which no longer holds the charge. I'll tell you what, these MacBooks are awesome. I mean, I don't know when I bought this, probably at least 8 years ago. And outside of the fact that its battery doesn't hold the charge, it still works great. I mean, I guess it'd be nice to have it hold the charge, but if you're a certain age, you know, you were used, or you, we become used to things that are okay with things that modern convenience can steer us clear of, like needing the cord to be plugged in for the utensil to work. I'm gonna do a little fireplace. Might sit here for a little while. Too much crackling in my fireplace. Might turn off my lamp. Oh, Sarah Tyler's in the house. Scott Baran's in the house. The gay flamingo is in the house. Is there any, I was going to ask if there's really any other type of flamingo but a gay one. Wait, no, just the flamingo's the tall pink bird. I mean, they have to be one of the gayest of the birds, I'd imagine. But they can't all be gay. If they were, would certainly put the population at risk. What happened? We used to have flamingos. I don't know what the rest of that joke would be. But then they all decided they were gay and the species came to a crashing end. It's a bummer. They were pretty. Pink's an unusual color in nature. How often do you see it? You look like you like men. I mean, okay, that's awfully stereotypical. What does a man look like that looks like he likes men? But again, I guess you could say the same for me. What does a bird look like that looks like he likes a bird of the same sex? I mean, I would say it's a pink flamingo, something with real long legs that's pink. That's what a bird would look like. But I wonder what a man would look like that looks like he likes men. Hold on, I gotta shut off this light. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. That is very nice. I got up a little too early today and laid in bed for a while. Sometimes I just lay in bed needing to go to the bathroom a little bit, but it was more than that. It was more than that. I was ready to get up, I guess. Well, I feel a little relaxed this morning. How do you guys feel this morning? You feeling relaxed? You were supposed to go to work Friday. You generally have Fridays and Saturdays up. You misread your schedule, now concerned of no call, no show. Yeah. Do you like your job a lot? Is it an important job for you? You know, is it just a basic job? Is it one of those jobs you forgot because you really don't care about it at all? I wonder. That happened to me a few months ago. I mean, they called me. I was actually sitting in church and they called and go, Ken, are you going to come in? What? What do you mean, come in? Why would I come in? I'm not supposed to work today. Yeah, man, you're on the schedule. Crap. I think that was the day I went to your house, Flanagan. I'm sure it was. I was stressed out. I mean, I had a great time at your house, but in the back of my mind, I was stressed that I was going to lose my job I just had gotten. You know what I mean? You guys hold your horses. I know. You're very, yeah, it was. It was that, what do you call it? The little shaver. It's Costco. You rely too much on the job, sadly. Why is it sad that you rely? I mean, I guess it's sad you rely on any. Are you saying because it's Costco? I'm kind of curious. I'm moving someplace new and don't have a job. Don't even really know where I'm moving. And I don't even really know if they have a Costco. But I'm kind of curious of your thought of working at Costco. I applied to Costco a few years ago as a seasonal job, and I was living in Naperville at that time, and I had parenting time on all day Sunday, so I wasn't able to. This is what I tell myself, at least. I wasn't able to work on Sundays, so I said, well, any day but Sunday. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays afternoon would be no-goes as well. And they didn't hire me. It's funny because the person that interviewed me was probably like 22 years old. I think they asked, like, well, what research have you done to get this job before you got this job? And I go, research? Well, I mean, honestly, I've come in, I've talked to the store manager, I've talked to several people working here and determined that they pretty much like their job. That's the research I did. I'm a man on the street. If I'm curious about something, I don't necessarily stop with going in line, online. You personally don't like working at Costco, but it has decent pay, health benefits, and perks. It's hard to get in a lot of stuck-up people, sadly. Huh. Yeah. And again, I love how self-aware you are. Then again, you're pretty much miserable in general, for what it's worth. Huh. You know, I would prefer you not to be miserable in general. I would wish you'd be happy and joyous. But if you're going to be miserable in general, it's at least good to be self-aware about it. I wonder what you do for Costco. Oh, anyway, good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. My name is, oh, this is going to be perfect, by the way. I've got 6 more days here in Appleton, Wisconsin. And just this amount of candle left. And very little room for packing extra stuff. So whether I finish this candle in the next 6 days or not, it's not coming with me. Bye-bye, little candle. We love you, little candle. Little apple pumpkin candle. It's got a gentle little flavor or scent, aroma. But what was I saying? Oh, I was saying good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Sunday morning. It is February 8th. It is 6:14 a.m. Happy Sunday. Coffee with Ken is a show I have done for quite some time. It is a show about me talking. It is a show about me sharing some feelings, kind of sharing a little bit about the ups and downs we have in life, kind of sharing the adventure of one man's life. I don't know how much we're going to have to say today. I woke up at 5 on a Sunday. Kind of laid there. Tossed and turned, my hands fall asleep. Listened to some melodic, drifty music for a while. Didn't get me back to sleep. Oh no, it did not. So what the heck? Let's get up. Let's get some coffee started. Let's turn on Coffee with Ken. I hear that's an amazing, amazing show. You almost got to tune in every day or you're going to feel totally lost. Some people create fan clubs about me and have like group meetings and chat about me. Hey, do you know, did Ken make the 8:30 service or the 10:30 service? Did he get a good workout in? And if he did he go in the weight room or did he go in the fitness area? And did he hit the heavy bag? He's looking kind of strong lately. He says he's been hitting the heavy bag. I bet you that's a good stress relief. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know, it's not just a show about me talking. You know, it is also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I've got a nice hot cup of coffee in front of me. And I'm really kind of excited to have my first sip at this early hour on this Sunday morning. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. It's the holiday blend. I mean, it tastes great. A little concerned because it's not the newest of bags of coffee that I own. I mean, it is actually. It's the only bag of coffee I own. I own a couple beans, whole beans. Not even sure they're going to take the trip with me. What is going to take the trip with me? Where is the trip going to go? Where am I going? I don't know. What am I going to do when I get there? Hell no. Hell, I don't know. Ken, aren't you a little nervous about this? Well, I'm kind of nervous in life, so I'm kind of used to it. It snowed a little bit last night. Oh, here, hold on. I might want to work on my to-do list a little with you guys. I've been writing things I want to talk about that are on my mind a little bit. And I only wrote one thing down today to talk to you guys about. And it's not even that interesting. Should we dive right in? Or maybe I'll write up a little to-do list. I hope that you guys, I don't know. I talk about the things that help and make me feel good in life. And I'm hoping they kind of motivate you guys to do similar things or kind of work on yourselves or feel a little bit better or what have you. I think these to-do lists can help a lot. Kind of put all the clutter that's in your mind down. All right, let's start with Coffee with Ken. Again, I could write a line through it because I've already done that. I mean, I'm already 10 minutes into the show. Go to church. Message Schlevel Knievel. Schlevel, if you happen to be watching right now, it could save me a lot of trouble. I wouldn't even have to message you to see if you did. You mentioned you wanted my plants at one point. I would like them to go to a good home. So I'm going to message Schlevel, who hasn't been watching too much lately. That's okay. We don't take attendance, to see if she wants plants, about plants. I don't have to write it all out. I'm tempted to put a few more things on Facebook Marketplace. I put my mattress on Facebook Marketplace yesterday and got a bunch of, I kind of put a little higher than I think it'll sell. And I had probably 20 inquiries about it. And it's a used mattress. It's amazingly lightly used because I have a mattress pad on top. And it's only like 8 months old. ChatGPT said somebody might want it, and somebody does. People do. I haven't nailed it down yet. But either way, I put my bed on there, but I haven't put anything else on. I want to put this futon. I think this is would be a good catch for somebody, but then I'd have nowhere to sit. You got to really work out the timing on some things. Any advice on to-do lists? You write it all out of what you need to do. You write out only 3 to 5 tasks at a time. Oh no. I mean, if I had 20 tasks, I'd write them all out. And I would recommend making the tasks as small as possible. Because I think the value of the to-do list is being able to cross off the things you do. You know, you could put it like brush your teeth if you wanted. If in your mind you were worried about brushing your teeth at all, I would recommend putting that down there. I think for me, it's every day over the last 2 weeks, I've had a thought, oh, message Schliebel, see if she wants the plants. But I've never really written it down on my to-do list, so it hasn't been done. But I will tell you what, I put do my taxes on the to-do list yesterday, and I'm proud to report they have been done. Oh yes, feels good. The day before I said gather W-2s, and I did that the day before. Message Schliebel. So I got to figure out what I want to put on my list. I've debated the TV. What do you guys think? There's my TV. It's 55 inches, it's flat screen, it's about, I don't know, 8 months old. It cost about 220 bucks when I bought it. I could buy the same TV for the same price. I could probably sell it for 100 bucks pretty quickly on Facebook Marketplace. It doesn't take up a ton of space, but I'm traveling in my Kia Soul. I'm not getting a moving truck. It's kind of sad. I put together this wonderful little, but I know how to do it now. I'll tell you what, that's what feels good. I have the confidence in myself that I can do it, that I can put together a nice looking little home at a low price. And that feels really good. Well, the price isn't really the issue, Rebecca Tilley. Rebecca said try 120 bucks and see what happens. The issue isn't the price. I'm not asking. I'm wondering, should I sell it or should I move it around in my Kia Soul? I could use the money and I can always buy another one. And somebody out there probably would really appreciate a nice TV that's totally perfect, that's 8 months old. Wonder if they'd watch the fireplace on it. Maybe I'd have to write it in the sales contract. This TV enjoys when you have the fireplace going on it. I wouldn't want it to be lonely without it. Somebody said TVs are so cheap now anyways. Yeah, it's amazing, by the way. I looked, it's still $200 to $250. But my TV stand. All right, let's go. There, not the TV, don't get distracted. Not that picture. That, what do I call that? A coffee table or a TV stand that it's sitting on? I can't bring that in my Kia Soul. My little end table, my lamp, my coffee table, heck, even my rug. I don't know if I want to fit any of those in my Kia Soul. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? Let's see, why isn't this following me? Hold on here. Why aren't you following me? Oh, maybe because oh, that's why. I messed with the gimbal. I thought it would follow me, but I messed with its aim. You can't mess with the gimbal's aim. Have you ever struggled with impulse control? And if so, how to correct it? Well, what does impulse control exactly mean? Am I a player? I mean, I'm flattered that you even asked me that question. Hey, we can talk impulse control anytime, Chance Scotty. Bring that back. Somebody just asked if I'm a player. I just want to bask in the glow of that question for a while. Habitat for Humanity takes furniture if it's in good shape. There is something behind me. No, I don't. Well, I mean, there's something behind me. But anyway, back to what did you say about it? I basked in the play comment long enough. Oh, somebody is sipping coffee as well. Hold on here. Chance, I should have addressed you while it was hot. Are you still there, Chance? You said impulse control. What does that mean? Like you suddenly have an impulse to go, and you have a hard time stopping it? Or like you want to steal something at a store? I'm not totally sure what it means to have impulse control or to not have impulse control. I mean, sometimes I want to do something, but I go, well, I better not do that. I might get in a lot of trouble if I do that. So I've never had massive trouble with impulse control. I would kill a nice, real cowboy hat. No, I don't think I would. I mean, honestly, somebody said I got all my stuff reasonably. I can do it again. I certainly can. Part of me is wondering if it's a little side hustle that I can buy stuff at, what's my store? Restore, and sell it online. I bet you I can. I mean, I think that coffee table underneath the TV, which looks awesome, I bet you I could find somebody to pay $50 for it, and I paid like 10 or 15. This lamp was $5. I bet you I can get 20. Maybe the secrets of all financial freedoms have been right under my feet. Literally right under, well, no, this couch I bought at Walmart. I'm going to take a loss on the couch. Somebody's asking if I'm cheering for the Seahawks. No, but I'm going to be able to watch the Super Bowl, surprisingly. There's a reason I'm wearing Illinois gear today. And it's not because I'm moving back to Illinois. It's because there was a big basketball game on last night. Illinois played Michigan State. My first ex-wife went to Michigan State. I've got friends from Michigan State. And Illinois is really good at basketball this year, and Michigan State's always good, and it was at Michigan State, so it's kind of a big game. So I kind of wanted to watch it. I don't drink anymore, so going to a bar didn't even sound that fun. Plus, it sounded kind of expensive, and I'm on a tight budget. So I got on my TV, the TV that will be on Facebook Marketplace soon, and searched up the game, and it said strategies, ways to get it. And apparently, I should know this since I am actually live on YouTube right now. There's this thing called YouTube TV, which I've heard of, but it's not just a little like Netflix streaming service that's $10 a month. It's like $50 or $52 a month. I go, whoa, it's expensive. This must be a good streaming service. But it, I feel, would be a very good cable replacement. I mean, it should be. It's $52 a month. But I think it, and I just have scratched the surface of its utility for me. But I think whenever I get settled, wherever I get settled and get a new TV, assuming I sell this one, I'm gonna think seriously about YouTube TV. Because I like to watch live sports. And I also like the idea of consolidating, I don't know, the channels into one area. Plus, I'm a massive star on YouTube, obviously. We got 48 people watching at 6:30 on a Sunday morning. That clearly equates to massive star. Maybe they'd cut me a deal. But anyway, so I got it yesterday because there was a free trial period, 21 days for free. I'm going, holy crud, I'm only going to be living here 21 days is more than enough. Maybe you guys can give me a refund for some of the time I don't spend watching it. But Ken, you didn't pay anything anyway. But that's not the point. I didn't get the value for my 21 days. This is me arguing with YouTube, trying to get a refund on my free trial period. But either way, my point being, I was able to watch the game last night. It was a hell of a game. Did anyone watch the Michigan State-Illinois game? Illinois lost in overtime. And the one thing I wrote down on the thing I wanted to talk about with you today is watching sports. I don't know if it's healthy for me or not. I think I do need some sort of leisure activities other than going to work, going to the gym, going to church, and hanging out at a coffee shop. I don't really have, up here in Wisconsin, I mean, I have one friend that lives in Wisconsin, and she's leaving for a couple months. I feel guilty about moving, but she left first. But yeah, I almost have no social life up here in Wisconsin. It's okay. I've been here for a year, and I came up with a purpose, and I lived the purpose, and feel good about that. But I almost have no like leisure activities that almost are designed to waste time. And if you don't drink alcohol and you don't watch TV and you don't have any friends or girlfriend or a husband or a wife or whatever, you got a lot of time on your hands. So I watched the game last night. I was texting a couple of my friends, two that went to Illinois, one that went to Michigan State. And I was getting into the game. And Illinois lost in overtime. And I'm still a little bit frustrated. I'm kind of angry, not angry is not the right word, but a little bitter They got a star. I haven't. This was the first game I watched all year, but I've been kind of reading the news clips. They got their star player was horrible yesterday, and I hadn't even watched. And I thought the rest of the team did great, but their star player shot like 2 of 15 shots. And anytime he had the ball, I had zero confidence that anything was good was going to happen. And this was the only time I'd watched, and he sucked. And the rest of the team looked great, so I'm wondering, get him off the floor. So here I am, about 10 hours later, or 8 hours later, still slightly agitated about the basketball game last night. So my point is watching sports a healthy activity? Maybe it is if you can compartmentalize it and it doesn't take over your life. But I think it probably takes over a lot of people's lives. So those are my thoughts about that this morning. I need a cabin in the woods and some wood, a wood fireplace after the Super Bowl. Wow. So after the Super Bowl, I suddenly need a cabin and a wood fireplace? In the woods somewhere? I mean, it sounds kind of nice, a cabin. But I think I might feel a little like cabin fever and a little secluded and isolated. What I need is an apartment just like this in a town just like this. Everything in moderation, AJ said. Good morning. AJ, I'm a little hurt that you hopped on and you gave me a little bit of wisdom before you even said good morning. And for the record, I'm not really strong at everything in moderation. That's not what I do. That's why I stopped drinking. I don't need to be secluded. All I need is privacy provided by trees. I don't even need trees to provide me privacy. I just need to turn off the dang phone and I triple my privacy. I wrote a post on Facebook last night about me moving. You know why I did it? Because I felt like writing last night. It wasn't as much to tell anybody I was moving, but I wanted to put my emotions that I was feeling as I was sitting in this coffee shop, just before the game, by the way. I was going, I'm out here, I'm really trying to squeeze the last moments of joy out of Appleton tonight. And I go, hey, that seems like a good line for a poem or something like that. And I go, okay, hey, why don't we see if I can write something, put something down on paper. Not really paper, on social media. Actually on the notes app on my computer. And I did that. It wasn't really to inform anybody that I was moving. I just kind of wanted to write down my feelings. Good morning, Nay. Wait, hold on. AJ, stop talking so quickly. You think I'm strong and I made some tremendous something in my life, right? Hold on here. It's kind of embarrassing. I made some tremendous rights in my life, and it's going to get better for you too. It is better. I'm not looking for anything to get better. I live about as cool of a life as anybody I know, really. It's not perfect, but I'm okay with that. I should waste time writing a book. How ambitious. I should waste time writing a book. I was wondering if I should I put the Bible down over the last couple weeks. I'm not going to be reading the Old Testament again. I mean, I feel good that I put in a real good effort at reading the Bible and can make the very aware decision that reading the Old Testament isn't something I need to do. But I still could finish the New Testament. Somebody said, the book isn't the point, it's just the writing that will give me joy. I have joy. Look at this face. It's one of the most joyous faces you're going to see today. Honestly, not too many writers put so much pressure on their work. I think everybody puts so much pressure on all sorts of things. Yeah, do this show. Like I put pressure on me to make it great, or I think the lighting's got to be perfect, or whatever. Or my friend Julie here paints, and she does a great job. She's great at it, but I think she'd agree that the key is painting. It's not really the perfect work or the perfect colors. You know, it's if it brings you joy. Or playing the music. You don't have to be a concert pianist to tickle the ivory if it pleases you. I think in life a lot of us put way too much pressure to be awesome at something before we do it. Let's see. You watched a video the other day where Tim Allen was talking about reading the Old Testament. Was it actually Tim Allen? Was it a movie? Was it a comedy? Or was he actually talking about reading the Old Testament as I do? It was like a YouTube short or something, but was he just sitting there and saying, kind of like I do, and go, holy smokes, have you read the Old Testament? Do you know what's in there? I bet you nobody has. Seriously, I wonder if my pastor has actually picked it up and read it. Or do they just go, oh, on this page, there's this part you need to read about, I don't know, Sarah. You know? He said not to try and interpret it and it will come to you. Well, I say don't even pick it up unless you want to scar yourself. You read it cover to cover back in Quran school when you were a kid. You read the Bible? In Quran school? So you think they read the New Testament but not the Old Testament? Who do I think? Oh, you mean like my pastor? Yeah. Yeah. I promise you they do not spend much time reading Numbers chapter 7. I promise you. Or Deuteronomy chapter 20 and 21, or yeah, I promise you he doesn't sit and dive into exactly how many cubits the ark should be. I think they, at best, skim the crud out of it. Angela said the New Testament was written after Jesus was crucified on the cross for our sins. Okay. Why are you bald? Your pastor does Kings, is that Kings Volume 4 only? Anything else is blasphemy? I think even the concept of blasphemy is ridiculous. Yeah. I pray every day, and God's not concerned about blasphemy. Oh, King James Version. You'll ask it somebody's going to ask it every day till they get a reply. We'll see you tomorrow. Ask it again. That's somebody with some ambition. I'm just going to keep asking it till I get a reply. 6 years from now, I'm finally going to see what it is, and I'll answer it. Then you'll never watch again. All my viewers will disappear because I finally answered it. Did God write the Old Testament? How would he feel about the New Testament? God didn't write the Old Testament. God didn't write the New Testament. Somebody's from Syria here. Somebody says Bruce Willis. Somebody said they're also bald. Research says it could be from higher levels of testosterone. That's interesting you bring that up. I was talking about the other day going in and punching the heavy bag. And I'm 6'2". I'm about 219 pounds. When I say about 219 pounds, I might have been on a scale yesterday. But I'm 6'2", 219 pounds. I'm pretty big, and I'm bald, and I think I probably look like a guy that might know what he's doing, or people say I look like a cop or something on this show. But I don't. I don't know how to punch the heavy bag. I mean, I do my best. I know how to sort of punch, but I don't spar, or I'm not a martial artist by any stretch. But I said the other day, because I'm bald, people might think I know what I'm doing. And somebody goes, what does bald have to do with it? And maybe what you just said, that baldness equates to higher testosterone. I don't know. When I'm picturing a big, badass dude, I'm picturing oftentimes a big, bald dude. Does anybody else? I mean, people call me Bruce Willis, Vin Diesel. Most of them are tough guys, right? Yeah. Here, call me some other things you call me. Tell me who I look like again. Most of them play fairly tough guys in shows. Right? I mean, what's the other guy? I'm trying to think, does that anybody ever say I look like somebody that's bald and he's a wimpy guy? Steve Wilkos is a big dude. Mr. Clean's a badass. There's another guy people say I look like that's also a tough dude. Yeah. Even Jeff Bezos now has big muscles. Elijah's bummed out that everyone just moved on from that Old Testament conversation. And I'm not really talking about nice, okay, her first husband's bald and he's nice looking. I'm not saying that it's nice looking bald. I'm saying generally there's a toughness implied, I think, or inferred by me, Clearly, I said I was hitting the heavy bag and I'm a bald man. So people might think I know what I'm doing. Those are my thoughts. So in my mind, a bald dude is probably typically tougher than somebody with hair. Somebody said Liam Neeson is the most badass, and he's not bald. Well, he is pretty badass. I don't doubt you there. Liam Neeson's, I mean, he's like 100 and he's a badass. Oh, I'm not down. I know it's a stereotype, but I mean, but the stereotype usually stereotypes have some reason. And all I was saying is I'm a 6'2" bald dude and I'm walking in to hit the heavy bag. So people probably think I know what I'm doing. I'm not saying I do. And then somebody on the stream said bald dudes might have more testosterone. So what I'm saying is there might be actually some scientific stuff behind my stereotype of it. Liam Neeson is dating Pamela Anderson. Well, he is. Well, 14 Marathon, are you a man or a woman? 14 Marathon. I don't even know. I kind of always assumed you were a woman. I usually assume you're men, and I'm usually wrong. Testosterone produces hair, somebody said. Well, I didn't say it. Somebody said research shows that baldness is a sign of higher testosterone. I don't know. Somebody named Elijah said this guy literally froze for 5 seconds. He did two things. He used all caps and he used the word literally. Makes me chuckle. Makes me chuckle. Hold on, let me get some more coffee. Oh, 6:52. Oh, I'm back. You are going back to sleep again. You just busted. I don't even know what that means. That's probably something crude. That's probably something crude. I hope it's not. Let's see. Ken, do I have a place I'm moving into? No, I don't. No, I don't. But what I do know is a year ago, what day is it? It's almost a year to the day. But a year ago, I came up to Wisconsin. I found a fairly cheap hotel and I checked into that. And I think you can stay in a hotel for $60. It's hard to find a home and a job when you don't live in the place you're going to. You know, if you're getting transferred for work or something like that. I've looked online, I've looked at various service jobs mainly right now and applied to a bunch in areas I'm headed, that I might be headed actually. And I was hoping to hear back and have something firm and down where I could know I'm going to start work on a certain day and move into a certain place at a certain time. But that doesn't, I mean, I think that's harder to have happen than maybe many know, because probably most people wouldn't do what I'm doing. They wouldn't move anywhere without a big bankroll and something lined up and people they know in a certain area. I'm a little crazy that way, so that's not what I'm doing. How big is the town I'm going to? I'm not totally sure. I think it'll be big enough for me to find a job. I'm not even totally committed to a town. I'm not even totally committed to anything, really. It kind of feels good. It's kind of scary, though. It is brave that I'm taking a risk. Well, thank you. You can do Zoom interviews. Oh, well, that's a great suggestion, WMCC. Maybe I should tell them, hey, I want to do a Zoom interview. Hey, hire me. You can't ignore me. I want to do a Zoom interview. Somebody said basketball. Don't buy, rent. Somebody says Michigan is better than what? What's Michigan better than? You mean you definitely can ask for one. You think I should tell the place that I'm applying how they should do their business? Hey, give me a Zoom interview. You're not even responding to my application. So I'm just shouting, if there's anybody there, give me a Zoom interview. But we don't do Zoom interviews. Hey, there's people on my channel that say I can ask for a Zoom interview. It's like you can ask for your one call, that they have to give you one call. You have to do a Zoom interview. Sir, we're ignoring your application. We don't have to do a damn thing. I'm not sure. I've been told I can ask for one. Oh, that coffee's nice. I did actually do a Zoom interview with, usually the hiring people decide the way it's going to work. Until I get on scene and can follow up my application with a stop by. But yeah, can't really tell them how to hire people. I can hope they do it the way I want, but I can't tell them they need to do a Zoom interview with me. Sir, we're already ignoring you. You're not in a position to demand a Zoom interview. But I'm really nice. I've got a big smile. I got a show called Coffee with Ken. It's got a glorious audience. 65 people watching, 35 thumbs up. I think I'd make an awesome Zoom interview. Sir, we're ignoring you. Go away. If you keep bothering us, we won't hire you even when you get here. Well, why not? I'll tell you why not. I'd rather not keep talking about it because they haven't even responded to my application. We're not exactly having a whole lot of conversation. I've gone online, I've applied, and they've ignored me. So who am I asking for this Zoom interview of? They're already ignoring me. You suggested a Zoom interview, but again, WMCC, it's not you that should be suggesting a Zoom interview. The hiring people really needs to do the suggesting of the Zoom interview. I mean, I appreciate you suggesting it, but that's not going to help me a whole lot. God bless this live stream, Ken and his coffee. Well, I am blessed. And I hope this live stream is blessed. And I know my coffee's awesome. Make sure I do the interview after the real estate market collapse. Well, that just seems weird. I mean, I think the real estate market's probably going to go down, but I can't wait for that. I gotta get a job. I gotta get a job. Mm. Uh, yeah, Elijah, you're attacking my audience. There's no need for that. Say you're sorry to those people, Elijah. I'll put you in timeout. Uh, so yeah, I don't. Again, I believe me. If we were talking and they were saying, "Yeah, Ken, we're really interested. We can't wait to meet you," I would say, "Hey, maybe we could do a Zoom interview." But right now, I'm just applying online and getting absolutely no response back. I mean, one place responded. In one place, I think I would describe I have a soft interview set up. It's not a soft interview, but it's a soft time for an interview. And she didn't seem particularly interested in doing a Zoom interview. So me saying, hey, maybe we could do a Zoom call, I think would reek of desperation. If anyone is relocating, they can't always afford a flight for interview. Oh, I get it. I get the concept of a Zoom interview. I know what it would do. I told you I did a Zoom interview with a place in central Illinois about a month ago, and then I interviewed with somebody else, and I haven't heard back. I've sent them a couple emails and said, hey, you guys ghosted me. Feels kind of funny. What's up with that? I might, if I move there, end up walking in and going, here I am, ready to start, 5 in the morning, just like you said. Thank God for the things we got. I appreciate that. Elijah, why are you so angry at everybody? Yeah, why are you so angry at everybody? And I mean, I get why I might get frustrated with suggestions, but I'm wondering why this Elijah's, oh my God, headhunters work for companies, not for applicants. I mean, maybe. But to lead it with, oh my God, makes me think that your panties are in a bunch. And that can't be very comfortable. I've never actually worn panties. And I'm not even totally sure what it means to have them in a bunch. But Elijah, are your panties in a bunch? You seem upset. Not gonna lie, you don't hire people my age at your place. I'm not gonna lie, I would never work for you. I would never interview at your place. It probably is horrible. So it goes both ways. Tara said that's age discrimination. I'm not against age discrimination. And I'm not worried that it's illegal. You guys are all defending the age discrimination. I'm not concerned. I'm confident I offer massive value to the right place. So I'm not overly worried about my age. Believe me, I get it. I work in the service industry right now, and my right knee's sore, and I'm not as good at some things as some people might be. But I'm probably better at some things than others. With age comes wisdom and charm and the way I carry myself. I think, yeah, I'm not overly concerned. I certainly offer some things. So I'm okay with that. I might need some more coffee already. It's a glorious audience we have today. 64 people watching. We got 39 thumbs up. What's my favorite activity? I love to do alone. Take a hot bath. Rebecca said, you do believe discrimination isn't always obvious. Companies get away with it. To be honest, I think companies should be able to discriminate. If somebody doesn't want to hire me because I'm 6'2", because I'm an Illinois fan, or because I'm 57 years old, or because I'm bald, I think they should be able to. Somebody wants to know my favorite gas station. I don't overly, Casey's, if I had to, because they got great pizza. The U.S. has an aging population now. Some days we're going to be like Japan with grandparents doing all the manual jobs. Maybe. I don't know. But I won't. No one. Let's see. Are you aware? Am I aware of them? I mean, I'm aware there's way too much talk about this. You like Buc-ee's? Yeah, that's a good one. But those are down in Texas, I believe. Buc-ee's. You think if you have the skills for the job and can do it, discrimination for any reason other shouldn't happen? I think if you have the skills and are going to do it well, you're going to be hired regardless by most people. I'm not saying there might not be jackass companies that might discriminate a little bit, I mean, a lot bit even. But I'd say most companies, if you can do a good job, I think, and maybe I'm naive, but I think most companies, if you're going to do a great job, they're going to hire you regardless of age or whatever. Maybe I'm naive. Going to, let's see, Quick Trip is my favorite, but it's not everywhere. Yeah, Quick Trip's great, WMCC. Yeah, please, guys, do double tap the screen. We have a glorious audience today. We got 82 people. We got 73 people watching. I hate when it changes when I'm talking about it. We got 73 people watching. We got 45 thumbs up. I do this show almost every morning. I go live usually from 6 to 7 in the morning, Central Standard Time. And I think it offers value for whatever reason. I don't even totally know why, but I kind of talk about life and experiences. And I'd like my audience to grow. If you would not mind, please double tap the screen. That tells the powers that be at YouTube that you're enjoying watching my show. And I think they push it out to a bigger audience when you do that. I'd appreciate. Also, I've pinned a link to the page. It is a way to support Coffee with Ken if you'd care to. It's totally optional, of course. I've got a page set up, Buy Me a Coffee. And I'd really appreciate it if you do that, or if you'd consider doing that as well. No pressure, though. We're happy to have you here. Somebody asked if I'm going to church today. I definitely, last time at church in Wisconsin. It's a weird feeling. I generally don't eat breakfast. Yeah, I generally don't eat breakfast. How am I? I'm good, thank you. Well, I'm not going to let you dictate the conversation, and I don't like you even suggesting that you'll double tap the screen under certain conditions. I know the answer to your trivia, but I just don't like you thinking you control my show in any way. So you're timed out. 55 does overnight oats. I don't even know what those are. Sounds like something a horse might eat. I'm not saying you look like a horse, but don't horses eat oats? I think they do. I think they do. We have a glorious audience, but where is 70? Seriously, I used to do the show for like 45 minutes to an hour. We're at 70 minutes already. And I don't even know where the time's gone. You tried overnight oats. It didn't turn out very well. Again, I don't even know what overnight oats are, but I do know what coffee is, and I might go get some more. Oh my God. Please tell me, where are you from? Um, where am I from? I'm from Downers Grove, Illinois. That's what I'm going to say from now on, because I've moved around, I've drifted a little bit. For a while, I was saying like Naperville, but I never really felt that was true. I grew up in Downers Grove, Illinois. And if you're asking somebody where they're from, I think you're asking like where they were born, where they were raised as a child. And I'm currently living in Wisconsin, but don't get too attached to that. In the 7 days, I'm a little terrified when I think about it. In 7 days, I'll run out of gas money halfway to wherever I'm going, and I'll be shivering in my car, going, blah, 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 blah. Hopefully have enough pocket change to buy a cup of coffee at Casey's. Blah, 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 blah. Good morning. Slept in my car last night, ran out of gas money. No, I got it all figured out. Okay. Did you hear about the woman? I don't really want to talk about any of that stuff. I don't want people to watch the news and then bring the evils of the news into my show. Yeah, I intentionally don't watch the news, and honestly kind of resent when social media will throw stuff that gets my blood pressure going. Yeah, I don't want to talk about any of that. What is my show about? I'm not totally sure. Arab hates the news. Well, first of all, you shouldn't hate the news because that's a bunch of negative feelings about a negative thing. So don't waste your time hating anything. Somebody else said, but it's life, Ken. I don't know, it's the foulest moments in human history all put into one half-hour show that we pretend we're educating ourselves by watching. That doesn't improve our lives. I was talking about it earlier. I'm not even sure I should watch the sporting events because I'm a little disappointed that Illinois lost the basketball game. You know? Any interest in the Olympics and the USA athletes talking bad about our country? I kind of have a soft spot. I remember watching the Olympics with my family, and that is one of the fond memories I have with my family every 4 years when the Olympics would roll around, and how it meant something to me and how I was excited about as a kid watching the athletes. You're bringing up probably a small percentage of the people saying bad things about the United States. And again, that's just something you probably are getting from the news. So no, I don't have any interest about that. And yeah. I guess I don't overly care if people say bad things about the country. I mean, that's the right. And there's some certainly things that aren't perfect going on in our country, and that always do. There's always things that could be better. Doesn't really matter what administration, what's going on is far from perfect, and what went on 5 years ago was far from perfect. So, I don't know. I'm not going to get too uptight about what some snowboarders might think of the United States. I'll tell you what's awesome is that the snowboarders, I don't even know if it's snowboarders, I'm just kind of mocking snowboarding. And there's nothing wrong with snowboarding, but either way. What's awesome about our country is whatever athletes might be saying something negative about the United States have the ability to do it. Whereas I promise if athletes from China were bad-mouthing China, they would be yanked from the Olympic team and maybe thrown into prison somewhere. And that's what's awesome about our country, and I think we forget that too often. They aren't there to use that platform for their political beliefs. Well, but they're there, and it's a platform that they're on. I don't know if they were bad-mouthing the U.S. or not. I'm not even saying there. I'm just saying I don't know, I haven't heard a darn thing about it, but if there was somebody bad-mouthing the U.S. that was an athlete for the U.S., yeah, I mean, I might not love it, but I think it's awesome that we live in a country that is so cool that you can do that. Crum Dorsey said, everywhere will be the United States soon. Everywhere will be the United States. I mean, if anyone wants, again, I've been saying this for 20 years. If Mexico wants to become part of the United States, we should welcome them with open arms. You know? Are you talking about Greenland? I've got some thoughts about Greenland that might upset people. First of all, if a bunch of Vikings sailed from Denmark and said, we're going to own this big piece of land 500 years ago, I don't know that we need to respect that anymore, necessarily. And secondly, if I was one of 50,000 people living in Greenland, this huge island, apparently very valuable for a lot of different reasons, I'd be wondering when some big powerful country's not going to come in and say, to hell with you, we're going to take you over. I mean, 50,000 people live there. That's the size of my hometown of Downers Grove, and none of you have ever even heard of Downers Grove outside of U14 Marathon. I'm not saying we should have conquests and empires all the time, but I'm just being realistic. If Denmark's claiming it because, I don't know, somebody invaded there 1,000 years ago, I don't know. And again, if I'm one of those people living there, I'm wondering, wow, we got all this land. Wonder when somebody's going to want to take some. Let's see. I live in a small town, but I can't get out of because I'm afraid of your life. I don't know what that means. I think we need to stop fighting over other territories and just focus on improving things here. I don't know that we're really doing a whole lot of fighting over other territories. You mean like, yeah, I don't know. No. I could get some more coffee though. A lot needs to change. I mean, it's okay for you to think a lot needs to change, but I think a lot of people probably think it's awesome as is right now. I'm gonna get a little more coffee. Let's see. Just build things here. Build them better. Well, it's not a slogan that's gonna get you elected president, I don't think. Buy products made in the USA. I'd say buy the best product at the best price. Let's see. We have a glorious audience today. It is very hard to buy many products made here. Because, yeah, China's producing them for cheaper. Have I ever thought about doing a coffee weekend meet and greet? Well, you guys are from all over the world, aren't you? Jess says conquest is about resources to improve the domestic situation, so it is about here. I'm just saying, and I'm not trying to say we should invade Greenland, but if I'm one of 50,000 people living there, and I'm right next to this huge, the most powerful country in the world, the United States, and they want this land, I'm counting my lucky stars that they haven't just said, we're taking it. That's just kind of the way things work. I'm not saying it's even right or wrong, but I'm wondering if I move to Greenland and become a Greenlander, and do I suddenly inherit 1 million acres of property? That's how Russia works. Not the US. All right, well, I'm surprised Russia doesn't go in and take that. Or somebody more powerful than Denmark. You know what I mean? And Denmark only because the Vikings did it 1,000 years ago. There's not a lot of land in Greenland that's inhabitable. Well, yeah, I don't want to live on a block of ice. But I mean, I've seen some pretty pictures of towns, small towns. Somebody says Russia has plans to take Greenland. Well, it's just sitting there, and there's only 50,000 people. You know, I'm surprised nobody has. I guess that's what I'm saying. I'm not saying necessarily we should. I don't want to be conquering places, but I'm just amazed if there's some big value to this land, and apparently there is. I'm a little surprised nobody's gone in and taken it. How would I take a country? I don't know that I would. I know it's done, and I know it's been done throughout history.
And I'm just surprised there's this big block of land that is apparently valuable to some big countries, and there's 50,000 people living on it. And that anybody expects we would respect the sanctity of their rights or something like that. That's just kind of not how it works. The Greenland population has lived all this time without any other countries intervening. They should just leave them alone. Yeah, I mean, ideally, that sounds nice, WMCC, but it's generally not how things work. And apparently, we might have a military base there, and Denmark has claims to it. So, yeah. Wow, what a glorious audience. I tell you, you talk about Greenland, which is sort of news, and I don't like to talk about the news, and your audience gets much more glorious. We should leave them alone. You say, but Donald Trump won't. I haven't heard much about Venezuela lately. Or tariffs, really. I mean, a year ago, about 11 months ago, everyone was so angry with Donald Trump about tariffs. I kind of think they might have worked. I was against them, but I think they might have worked. Somebody said it's on the back burner. You hope Pritzker doesn't run for president. Why do you hope he doesn't run? I'm sure you don't want him to win, but if he wants to run for president, I don't see how he would win a president at all. I don't even think Pritzker's very popular in Illinois. The world is a monopoly world for him. A little bit. The world's always been a monopoly world for everybody. You know, a little bit. It's always been that way. You hope the U.S. deficit goes down for once. I don't care much about the artifact either way. Chevron stock is one to watch. I just stay out of it and do your job. Well, way to go. We've got a glorious audience. It's been I'm so thrilled with you guys today. Somehow this government needs to shore up its finances. I'm wondering if we've almost lost any idea of needing to shore up our finances. And if that is a priority to you, maybe tariffs would be a good way to do it. I'm not saying, again, I'm a free market capitalist dude by nature, so I'm not for for tariffs. But maybe if we do need to shore up our finances, if we do put that as a priority, maybe that's something worth talking about. Let's see. Do I think I'm smart? I think I'm pretty smart. Conquest is nothing new. As a matter of fact, it's the norm. Yeah, no, again, I'm not saying it'd be nice to take Greenland. I'm saying if I'm one of the 50,000 people there and big countries want it, I'm just feeling fortunate that nobody's taken it yet. We have a glorious audience today. We have 56 people watching. We got 59 thumbs up. If any of you are new to my show, I go live every morning, usually between 6 and 7 in the morning. If you'd be so kind as to double tap the screen, I'd greatly appreciate it. I think it'll tell the powers that be at YouTube to push me out to a bigger audience, and that helped my show grow. So I thank you for considering that. Tariffs are making things expensive for U.S., not less expensive. I don't believe that, Nellie. I haven't seen prices of things go up. Yeah. No, I wouldn't suggest watching the news. I've gotten dragged into it, though. But I would suggest watching Coffee with Ken, and while you're doing it, double tap that screen. Not in my area, but in other states they are in the U.S. What's gone up recently? Housing prices haven't, and gas hasn't in the last year. Food really hasn't. I didn't get yelled at for saying it, but I go to the grocery store twice a week. Coffee is not more expensive. Prices exploded about 4 or 5 years ago, and they haven't gone down. But I think anyone that thinks prices are going down, I think, doesn't understand the way things work. Well, thank you for watching the Ever Loving Outdoors. What's my opinion on the Roth IRA or traditional IRA for long-term investments? Well, I'm glad you asked. And I would say my thought, wait, why am I entering this code? Something just said enter a code. My thought about the Roth and traditional IRA. They're set up to save for retirement. And with the traditional IRA, you can put aside, you can invest money in an account called an IRA. It's a individual retirement account. And I believe you can put up maybe $6,000 a year. And if you put it in a traditional IRA, you get to write that $6,000 off against your income for tax purposes. If you do it in a Roth IRA, you don't get to write it off this year's income, but when you withdraw it down the road, you get to withdraw it tax-free. I think it's a great way to save some money and put money aside for retirement. You don't like that I'm a cheesehead. Well, I mean, I don't care. B, I'm moving out of Wisconsin in 6 days. Can you make a trust and send your income there in order to not pay taxes? I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe. Want to look at it outside? That's what it looks like outside in Appleton, Wisconsin today. On my last Sunday here. Wow, we got 64 thumbs up. That is awesome. Where am I moving to? I'm not sure. Yeah, we got snow out there. You never saw snow. Well, I'm gonna actually get up off my couch, which is I'm gonna put on the market this week at some point. I'm gonna miss it. I can buy that exact couch back though. You're not seeing a lot of snow, but you're seeing snow. I mean, if you've never seen snow, I'll tell you, that means you don't live, in my mind, in a really cool area. That's what I think. It's
go back. Am I a millionaire? No.
Christopher Luxon. He's another guy. I don't know if he's a badass, but he is the Prime Minister in New Zealand. So he's got to be kind of a badass. You live in a tempered climate on the Mediterranean. Seriously, I don't have a place lined up that you're worried? Well, again, I did it a year ago. I moved here. I checked into a low price hotel. I found work. I stayed in the hotel for maybe 4 weeks and then moved into an apartment. And I think I can do it again. Yeah, the windows here are awesome. I mean, this apartment's awesome. It's a really awesome apartment. Good game plan. It's a plan. I mean, I don't have a ton of money. I can't say I'll just buy this piece of, I don't even know where I'm going to work or where I'm moving, really. I've got some ideas. But yeah, I can't lock anything in because I don't have a job where I'm going. I'm telling you, it's not as easy as people think, but I'm pretty resilient. I've done it before. I know I can do it again. What a glorious audience. 86 people watching, 65 thumbs up. Planning to go to church in about 40 minutes, but if this audience continues to be so glorious, I may not. Do I know what state I'm going to? I'm going to Illinois. Am I running from something? Wait, no, you said, am I running from something? No, I'm running to something, maybe. Somebody tells me to skip church. Now that's blasphemy right there. There's a 10:30 service. I'm just kidding about it being blasphemy. I don't need to go to church for spiritual enlightenment, particularly. But I get to go because I really enjoy it. I wish I had a wife or a girlfriend right now to got an itch. Can't quite reach it. Okay, awesome. Hello, Angela. Are you back? Well, thank you, Angela. Thank you. Hello, Debbie. How are you? You skip church when you feel like it. Well, yeah, I would recommend you do what you feel like. I enjoy going to church. I like the music. I like seeing people and talking to people. And I get a lot of goodness out of church. I get a lot of goodness out of going to the gym. It's kind of tricky. I survive, I think, on habits. And I think if I immerse myself into good habits, life kind of works out pretty well. And I like going to the gym that I work out at. I go, I don't know, 2 to 5 times a week. But I've canceled my gym membership. It goes till the end of the month. But either way, I know I'm moving in a week. So the urge to go to a gym where I know I'm not going to be going to in a week, it's a little hard to stay focused because, again, I go because I know it's a good habit. And if I go this week 2 or 3 times, if you don't stay consistent, you here said routines are good. Yeah, if you're not consistent and you don't keep doing it, like working out today's not going to benefit me in 5 years, but working out today and in 3 days and, keeping at it is, you're building something then. Somebody asked me about a bunch of stuff. FHA loans and financial freedom. I haven't figured out financial freedom yet. I'm far from financially free. But I dream of growing this into something really significant, where I can talk for an hour or two every morning to an audience and entertain, inspire, give you something to laugh at. For whatever reason, it seems people like watching me drink coffee and talking. Thank you, Here Where. Mike said Texas Roadhouse. He wants Texas Roadhouse to be where I'm at. Again, Mike, you seem, hey, holy smokes. Oh, wait a minute. I appreciate it. It looks awesome. And I'm not saying it's not awesome, but that happened yesterday. Somebody sent me 40 something, and I was going, wow, somebody sent me $40. And it turns out it's 45 cents. I'm still thankful and grateful for the generous donation to this show. But again, I think Texas Roadhouse would be looking backwards, Mike. I did enjoy it. I did work there and was good at it, but it was very physically demanding and grinding on my soul. But it was a good job. You subscribe. You'll be back for my... Well, I appreciate it. Roth IRAs are good. You started when you were 30 or 55 and plan to retire in 2 years. Well, that's cool. Somebody called Youth Lord said, what a letdown. That sounds very negative for somebody with the name Youth Lord. He should send the 40. He did. Oh, I see. He did send 40. He sent 40. I'm not sure what. I don't know. It was 40 something, but it wasn't $40. It converted to 45 cents. Read King James, or I don't know. Actually, I currently don't read the Bible at all, but I read this one. I'm not overly uptight about, oh, this is the English Standard Version. I'm not really concerned what version it is. How old am I? He sent me 40 shillings. Well, I appreciate it, you know. You got 86 people watching. If everyone sent me 40 shillings, I'd have 35 bucks. It'd be awesome. What would I do with the 35 bucks? Not a darn thing. It's funny, it feels good. Occasionally people will come on, like I had a couple of people generously click on my Coffee with Ken, buy me a coffee link, and contribute or support the show. And it was very generous of them. But you gotta get really big to make money on social media. You gotta get really big to make money on social media. I mean, I have almost 11,000 viewers on YouTube, and I still only make like 300 bucks a month on it. I think mentally I'd put it on the back burner a little bit, the idea of building this show. And now I do it because I like to, not because I feel I need to build the show, because no matter how hard I work at it, the show grows slower than I'd like and is less financially rewarding. But if I just look at it as socially or spiritually rewarding, I get a lot out of it. Whatever you put in is what you'll get out. Sort of true. But you can plant a seed, but God has to make the plant grow. Imagine if I 10 times that, it's a full-time job. Yeah, I mean, believe me, I've been thinking that for a while. But to 10 times it takes, I don't know, it takes a lot of consistency. No amount of work I do is going to make it grow. I mean, I put a lot of work into this. I mean, you guys might not count this as work, but I've been talking for coming up on 2 hours already. And I'll probably edit videos for 2 or 3 more hours today. You know, I make like $10 a day on it. So I make maybe $5 an hour. Not even $5 an hour doing it. Yeah, thanks, WMCC. I like that a lot as well. I did not, that's not somebody said that to me a few months ago, and I think it's been healthy for me because I want to like get in good shape. So I want to go to the gym every minute, or I want to have coffee with Ken Grow. So I'll want to go live 8 hours a day, or I'll want to, you know, get a great job, so I'll apply 20 today or something. But sometimes things need to sit and you got to give them some time. And I think with this show, no matter how much or how hard I work, it's not going to be suddenly massively lucrative. But over time it will. I look good right now too. Well, thank you. Good morning, ECBCLS. How are you? Somebody named Christian is saying, I make $5 an hour. I think I pretty clearly explained the money situation on social media. You've seen me get started from to now. It's awesome to see what God can do. Well, I appreciate it. It's one of the most glorious audiences I've had. You think a bow tie is what I need? Nah, I don't think so. I don't think a bow tie is what I need. Bald guys in bow ties. I mean, seriously, it's funny you say that, and I'm kind of mocking you, but you might be right. I think something little like that, like my shtick is, here I am, hey, he's the guy with the bow tie, could be the difference between like massive success and not. As silly as that sounds, I don't want to wear a bow tie. I'm wearing my PJs and an awesome Illinois sweatshirt. So I don't really like the idea of wearing a bow tie, but just having a little shtick like that can be the difference between massive viewership and not. I'm not really going to wear a bow tie. But I mocked you for suggesting it, and then I thought about it, and just having something, like people will hop on and go, what's this show about? No, I don't know, really know. It's just me drinking some coffee. Good morning, Scott. I don't think it's because you're dressing for success. I think the bow tie would be just having, you know what I mean? It's not like if I wear a suit and tie that would necessarily work. You'll buy me a bow tie? I don't really need you to buy me a bow tie. If you want to make a donation, I've got a link pinned at the bottom of the comments stream to a Buy Me a Coffee page. But to be honest, that money probably won't go to a bow tie. Order interesting coffee cups from each show. I don't really get what that means. God is doing it. It just takes time. Yeah, a lot more time. Again, even like working out or losing weight or getting smarter. I have people reach out and ask me, how do you find faith? And I think a lot of things take time, but you got to want to do it. I should have different coffee cups. I do have different coffee cups. You probably haven't seen me drink out of this coffee cup before. Hello, Dustin. How are you? Nobody's buying me a bow tie. All right. Well, have a wonderful day. 7:51. Do I want to catch the 8:30 service? Maybe I do. Maybe I do. You hope to see me at church this morning. Somehow I doubt you will. I don't think you live in Wisconsin. And if you do, you probably don't go to my church. But I will be at church, maybe at 8:30, maybe at 10:30. Mm. Looks so quiet out there. We have the musical Hamilton in town playing at the Fine Arts Center right over there. And yesterday, cars, I mean, not at this time, but the parking lot, and you could tell the cars were parked all over, and apparently they do a day show and a night show. I guess if you're a thespian, if you will, and you like performing, uh, hopefully you love what you do, and putting on musicals, especially awesomely rated ones like Hamilton, is really living your dream. Is there a big difference in the people who show up at 8:30 instead of 10:30? No, there's not much of a difference in the people. But I always feel good getting there. And to be honest, I like kind of lounging around in the lobby in the or not in the afternoon, between shows, and people watching and not being in a big rush. But then again, if I don't catch the 8:30, I could get there at 9:30 and just lounge in the lobby early. And this is my last time at the church. It's kind of sad for me. Uh, Honestly, if I had to pick a church, I felt more comfortable. But again, to compare it wouldn't be fair because I was at that one longer. The one in Naperville, the Yellow Box, the Community Christian Church in Naperville, I really, really enjoyed. Uh, have you ever gone to both services in one day? No, I don't think I've sat through two services. I think I probably sat to hear the music, which is at the beginning again. If the music I thought was super awesome, I've gone back, I've sat in the lobby and then I've gone back to the next service just to hear the music again. But I don't think I've listened to the sermon twice in one day. Wow, and 91 people watching. We have a glorious, glorious audience right now. Have I ever considered moving to Bloomington or Normal? It's strange you bring that up. I mean, I looked into it a little bit a few months ago. I looked into Champaign, Decatur, Springfield, Charleston. I mean, kind of Effingham, but not really. I think I'm moving to a lower cost area in Illinois. I was living in Naperville for a while, but my income and my financial responsibilities don't really allow me to live in Naperville right now. Steve said, you went and you looked at the Black Rifle coffee. Yeah, On sale, I think Black Rifle coffee is like $10.99, and it's really nice. So if you find it on sale, I would recommend getting yourself. I think the Starbucks Sumatra is a great cup of coffee, everyday coffee, and it's got a huge flavor. And you can find Starbucks on sale for $7.99 a bag fairly often. But yeah, the Black Rifle coffee is more expensive. How is the coffee at my church? It's free. It's nice. I mean, there's a little donation box. I'm not that much like of a coffee snob, even though I just described some coffees I like. If I'm there, I'll put some cream in it. I'll enjoy it. They need to sponsor me. Somebody said churches drink wine, no coffee. Well, that's not true. There is no wine in our church, and there is coffee. I don't know who needs to sponsor me, but if anyone cares to sponsor me, I'd be open to it. Because again, I'm moving in a week. I've got 2 days left of work, and then I have no job. So if anyone wants to sponsor me, I'd be open to it. I'm gonna get one more cup of coffee. We might not head out. You're gonna come help me. What are you gonna come help me? You need to get a game plan for what Super Bowl foods you're gonna make. All right. Oh, Black Rifle coffee? Yeah. I mean, I don't know that I can really help Black Rifle build a business. Any music recommendations? Yeah. Play the song Great Are You, Lord. Am I aware I'm bald? Yes. I'm gonna get one more cup of coffee. Maybe we won't catch the 8:30 service. We just had too glorious of an audience this morning to leave you guys. We got 77 people watching, and we got 77 thumbs up. There's a little personalized snowplow cleaning out. I'll tell you what Wisconsin does is a good job of removing snow from the sidewalks and the streets. Better so than even Illinois, I've noticed. You drink Folgers Instant for the convenience. Well, Greg, I'm a little ahead of that, I think. You'll miss me in Appleton. I mean, will you miss me in Appleton? Have you ever actually seen me in Appleton? Do we know each other? If anyone really missed me in Appleton, I might not be leaving. I don't have any friends or family in Appleton. I have one of my best friends lives in the suburbs of Chicago, and I posted on Facebook that I'm going to be moving back to Illinois. I think he liked the idea of visiting me here in Wisconsin. I had somebody reach out on Facebook saying, "Are you really moving? Oh, bummer, we never got to fish together." Well, I lived here for a year. Nobody came and visited me. You know. I've been okay. I'm not like desperately lonely. But all these people are sad that they're not going to be able to visit me now. Well, I lived here a year. You never did. No, you're not even my only friends. As a matter of fact, I don't even know who you are, Rapstar Report. I've got lots of friends, and you're not one of them. You don't live here, but you will. Good morning, Mr. Personality. I'm going to go get a little more coffee. I am going to get a little more coffee. Oh, a good stretch. Feels so good. Turn off the coffee maker. Come back and chat with you fine folk for a while. Wow, 81 thumbs up. That's kind of cool. Were you in the movie Weird Science? No, that wasn't me. But I do know the guy you're talking about. But that wasn't me. Oh, that's so good. That is so good. Hello, Noah. It has been a great Sunday morning. I got up early this morning. Uh, yeah, I got up early this morning. Do, do, do. Okay. Does it snow a lot in Illinois? I hope so. I like snow. It hasn't snowed that up much here in Wisconsin. I mean, we got a little snow out there right now, but it doesn't snow. I mean, it doesn't snow that much. Here we've got like a bunch of small little dustings here in Wisconsin. Everly, I don't think you are a big fan. I've never seen you before. I find it hard to believe that you're a huge fan of my show and I don't remember your name at all. You just want to build a snowman. It snowed there last night. Well, 55, we don't get a ton of snow up here either. Hopefully we get some. Oh, it's good. Oh. I've kind of committed to the 10:30 show. 10:30 show. 10:30 service. Now my church is a show as well. What is my dream? I mean, I have simple dreams. The only thing I really think about doing is sitting on a couch and watching Sesame Street with my kids. You want back? Okay. You think it's getting warmer in Wisconsin? I think temperature kind of drifts around. What kind of music do I listen to? Well, I mean, when I think of going to the gym and listening to music, I think of listening to three types of music. A spiritual music, like Build My Life, Great Are You Lord, Same God, those songs jump out at me. I also will often go to a song like Run by Snow Patrol, and that kind of streams me into other kind of, I don't know what type of music that is. I don't know what type of music that is, but it's a good song. Another type of music I like a lot is like hard rock or metal even. Not like hard, like real metal, but Metallica, Judas Priest, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin. I'd say if you had to nail me down on one type of music, it'd be the Metallica, AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, Judas Priest. But I might spend more time listening to spiritual music. Yeah. Well, Patricia, thank you for saying I'm a cool guy. Country music. I mean, there's some. I like what you like. Alice in Chains. Okay. Can you meet my kids? Everly, again, I don't even know who you are. You act like you're a great friend who wanted a shout out. So it's Sunday morning, and I am looking forward to my day. Yeah, I'm looking forward to my day. Going to enjoy my last Sunday here in Appleton, and not totally sure what it holds. Maybe if I sign off with you kind folk, I could go to the gym real quickly, get a quick workout, and still catch the 10:30 show. Yeah. Good morning, Stephanie. How are you? How are you this morning? Hope you're well. Kind of excited about the possibility. What's my dream car? Everly, you made 3 comments, none I'm finding particularly valuable. No. You're doing better than yesterday? All right. Hitting the heavy bag is a form of cardio as well as resistance training. Just got to have good form so you don't mess up your wrists. Very true. It feels really good. It feels really good. So it's Sunday morning. It's cold outside. The snow is on the streets. My coffee's running low. 10:30 service awaits me. And maybe a trip to the gym before I go. It's a little hard for me to let you go when it's been such a glorious audience. Let's see. Do I know a song that says, hey now, hey now? Not offhand. I'm sure I do. WMCC, it is a great start to my day. A good show, get my swole on. Swole means like inflated muscles post-workout. Debbie thought about having a YouTube channel. Well, Debbie, I think you got to really want to do it, or you got to find a reason. And for me, I didn't think about having a YouTube channel. It just kind of happened. Let's see. Hello, how are you? Well, I'm good. I'm real good this morning. Woke up from a deep sleep early this morning, kind of laid in bed for a little while. Yeah. Somebody said, this guy talks about nothing and thinks he is intelligent. Well, I am pretty intelligent. I am. I mean, I'm fairly comfortable with that. You're right. Christian doesn't have to be here at all. We don't need Christian here anymore. I don't think he's even Christian. He does sound pretty angry. Let's see. You have bad day. Excuse me. 8:11 in the morning. Get to the gym 8:45. Work out 45 minutes. Get back 9:45. Get to church 10:15. And it would be a great start to my day. Anyone who comments on people's intelligence isn't going to contribute much to the conversation. I don't think that person was trying to contribute much to the conversation. Life is good, 14 Marathon. Am I a police officer? No. But I'm not a police officer. Feels kind of funny when you're not in a rush and you don't have any much more to say. You're just feeling kind of quiet and you've talked for long enough. Your coffee's almost gone. You're looking forward to your day, but you're also reflecting that it's going to be your last day at church and one of your last days at the gym and one of your last Sunday in Appleton, Wisconsin. Yeah. But the future is kind of a blank canvas for me. Where I can kind of create whatever I want to create. And I bet my ability and my optimism and my whole day will feel a heck of a lot better as if I get to the gym, if I wrap up my show with you fine folk, and head on off to church. What will I miss the most about Appleton? This apartment. This apartment's been really important for me. And kind of made me realize that I can, even when things get tough, if you keep going and you keep working hard and you can get back on your feet. And I live in a beautiful apartment right in downtown Appleton, and I'm kind of proud of where I've come from and where I'm at right now. So leaving, it's kind of frightening. Because to me, it's like the symbol of what I built. But in reality, what I built is in here. It's not in these walls or this futon or this TV or even in downtown Appleton. What I built and what's important is what's inside. It's the confidence I know I can do what I need to do and accomplish whatever I want to accomplish. Hey, Thank you, Stevie K Official, for sending that 100. I so appreciate that. That's very kind of you. And it's very kind of you. Boy, we have a spike up in audience. I'm trying to sign off and go to the gym. It's hard for me with 90 people watching. Well, thank you, Rebecca. I will. I'm trying to sign off, but we got 90 people watching. Let's see. All right, well, Debbie, thank you so much for hopping on. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Hope you're all having a great, great weekend. Enjoying your coffee. Excited about your day. It's tough for me because I get excited about my day, but then I remind myself, hey, we should just be enjoying this. The crackling of the fire, even though it's faux. The snow on the streets out there. Yeah. All right, WMCC, thank you so much for joining today. Yeah, thank you all for joining. I appreciate you guys. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And you're having a great, great weekend. And yeah, you're feeling good. I remind you, see, I was about to sign off, of an adult-focused Mr. Rogers. I hear that. I've heard that. I appreciate that. And thank you all so much for joining. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Again, I hope you're feeling good. I hope you're loving yourself. I hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.